Hello, this is Dr. T.C. Chapelier, Superintendent of Indian Creek School District. Just want to talk to you today about the resumption of our fall sports. We're really excited and so happy that Ohio has uh, resumed or started their fall sports. We feel really lucky that we're getting to have this. So I just want to talk a little bit about what that means for our district. We had our first home event last week on Friday, Football Friday, and went pretty good. A few little wrinkles and wanted to kind of iron out a few things as we proceed on throughout our fall sporting events, mainly speaking here about volleyball, girls soccer, boys soccer, and football. So one of the big challenges here is going to be for us to protect this season. We have to really follow all the orders that have been given by the governor because our number one concern here is that we want these kids to have this fall sports season to its conclusion. And so we already know it's a little bit different in a lot of respects for this year, but we want to be able to continue to have this fall season through the conclusion of the season. And so to do that, we're going to have cooperation of everybody, the school, the athletes, parents, spectators, everybody's going to have to cooperate here. So I want to talk about the main aspect of this cooperation today, and that is the wearing of masks. And if you look at the orders, I know a lot of these orders come out, and they do seem a little convoluted. They seem like one order contradicts a previous order, and so on. So I just want to give a little point of clarification here, and that is that all spectators must wear a facial covering when you are in the stadium. When you enter the stadium, to the time you leave the stadium, you should be wearing a facial cover unless you're actively engaged in eating or drinking. Or if you fall under the exception of a health order or you're under 10 years of age. There's been a little bit of confusion around the state around the exception that was originally stated in the governor's mask order, which says basically along the lines that if you are outdoors, you're with members of your household, or you're socially distanced 6 feet, you may remove your mask. While that is the case out on the street, or if you were at a public park or some kind of other outdoor area, that is not the case in our sporting stadiums around the state, which would include college, high school, and professional sporting events. And so I had a discussion Tuesday night with our Jefferson County Health Director, Nicole Balakis, just to clarify this. And yes, indeed, the exception of the outdoor exception originally listed in the governor's original mask order does not apply to our outdoor sporting events. So if you were at a girls or boys soccer event or a football game and you are in the stadium, you must wear a mask. We actually are tasked with, implementing this rule. And so, we don't want to have to be the mask police. We don't want to have to ask anybody to please put their mask on. We really don't. We want to keep the focus here is on let's have a season for these kids. And, our job in protecting that, we're going to do whatever we have to do to make sure that these kids have a season. And our job is to enforce the mask order. That's the biggest thing we can do to protect the season for these kids. The biggest thing you can do as a parent of one of these youngsters is to make sure that you and your family and those around you are following the mask order. So it's real simple, folks. Wear a mask. It's just that simple. I don't like wearing a mask personally, but I'm going to be wearing a mask when I'm at these events because it's what the order states, and it's the best way that we can protect our students and protect their season as we move forward. So I really appreciate everybody's cooperation in this. All we want to do, we want to provide a season for these kids. That's it, and we're going to do whatever we have to do as a district to make sure that season continues on to its culmination at the end of the season, whatever that may be. So I want to thank everybody for their cooperation. at these events. We know that it's different. We know that it may, it's not what we would like to have, and quite frankly, it's a bit annoying, but it's what we have to do at this time. It's where we are, and so I appreciate your cooperation. If you have any questions, please let our buildings know. Please let me know. But it's real simple, folks. We got to wear the masks when we're at the stadiums, and it's just as simple as that. So look forward to seeing these kids compete, enjoy, and represent Indian Creek in the great ways that they always have. And I want to wish everybody a great year. Thanks and take care.